All right, guys, welcome back to the Fatman Gaming Podcast. I am, of course, your host. I am the Fat Man over here at the Fatman Gaming. Down below us tonight is Zio Keys. Z, say what's up to the people.
What's going on, guys?
And now confirmed to be the third chair and actually on his own set of stuff, we got Blue. Blue, say what's up to.
Merry Christmas. I'm a little random.
So we got the audio and video situation all set up, guys. So now we look even more professional than we already do. Uh, that's a uh, so yeah, so let's start off like we always start off with I'm not sure if you guys have been playing anything because I know you guys have been busy, but what have you guys been playing lately? Start with you, Z.
Uh, I've just been playing like a little block game on my phone. That's kind of like the one where it's like you have to match up all the little squares together, and then it
Oh,
like
okay.
little wood block game on my phone. That's pretty much it.
Right, right. Blue, what have you been playing?
Um, I've been playing on a 3DS.
Oh,
I have a,
nice.
I have a 3DS, bunch of games on it, and I'm trying to get 100% save for the modding community for Mario 7. So it's a little fun.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I actually have something that might be generally useful that might be able to help you out with that. I have this little guy right here, and it's loaded with emulators and over 20,000 different games on it. So
Oh wow,
swapping over ROMs is not hard. So I'd be able to hook you up with some stuff.
all right, that'd be cool.
So yeah, uh, so 3DS for Blue. For me, I went on Liza P last night and got my butt royally handed to me again. I'm 50-50 on whether or not I even want to continue the game, but a friend and fellow YouTuber, watching him play keeps the fire alive, makes me want to get good like him. So, shout out to Booter. Um, and then what else have I been playing? I was playing that, and then uh, just some retro games on the Steam Deck, guys. Been you know how I am with my retro games. I like playing on the Steam Deck and all that. Real quick before we get started, I promised one of our new subs shout out. So let me find that real quick. Um, 1 second, guys. So yeah, that's all I've been playing. Just some retro games, and then doing, of course, the Liza P. Really, um, yeah, right into it. Oh, here we go. All right. So I just want to do a quick shout out, guys, to Swift X10. If you guys can, those of you who listen, go over to Swift X10, give him a sub, watch his videos, and like him. He does some really hilarious animated shorts or animated videos that he's doing over there, and they're funny. I'm trying to get the camera to autofocus. Not doing it. But anyways, it's Swift X10, guys. So Swift X and then the number 10, 10. Um, he liked and subbed some of our videos. He's a new sub here, and I promised him I'd give him a shout out. So, yeah. All right, so getting into it right away. Let's start off with some news, guys. The Epic situation over there at Epic Games seems to only be getting worse. I remember last week I was telling you guys that they laid off 800 people. That was 18% of their workforce. And then the one of the big guys over at Epic decided he was going to leave too because, according to his statement, uh, Epic 5.0 isn't going in the way that he wanted it or wants it, and he doesn't want to be part of the company anymore at this point. So that was a big. I mean, he basically gave it a big middle finger to Epic on the way out. So now Epic has come out and said that because of the layoffs of 800, I think it's 830. I'm probably wrong about that number, but I know it's 800 plus. He's now saying that the Unreal Engine is going to cost more for developers because of the layoff, which makes absolutely no sense. And then, yeah, so it's getting pretty crazy for there at Epic. The developers of Fortnite. So I don't know what this entails for the company, but you know you've gotten a little too big for your britches when you buy an entire retired shopping mall and make it your headquarters. So, what do you guys think about the um the layoff situation and now Unreal Engine becoming even more expensive for developers? We'll start off with you, Blue, and then see from
I
there. I'll
think
be right back.
I personally think Epic is not being very epic at what they're doing with the whole layoff situation. It's not fair. It's also really hard for a lot of people who are getting laid off because of COVID screwed a lot of people over and just a lot of other and on to Z.
Yeah, so it's really something, these layoffs, and how now that guy's pretty much just walked out, and they're raising the price of their Unreal Engine. I could think of another company that's trying to do the same thing, and they're getting a huge amount of black backfire from it. And um, you know, I would say that if Ubisoft's not, if Ubisoft's, I'm thinking of Assassin's Creed right now, if they're not careful, uh, Epic Games is gonna go the route of, what was that company? No one else gonna start charging developers for to use their thing, their engine.
I have no idea.
Well, we mentioned it in previous episodes, so they're gonna go the way of that engine, the other uh developer, if they're gonna go that way and not take what happened to, can't remember their company name. It's slipping from my head. Oh my god. Uh I don't know if he's trying to talk to us or what. If if you're trying to say something to us, your mic's muted.
Oh,
Oh shit, my bad. Oh,
never
okay, I
mind.
fixed it. Anyways, um, so this
Yeah.
this is from All the Wealth over at Polygon. It was an article written that kind of goes over the topic thing. I read a bunch of it already, but so we'll start off from here. Sweeney announced that Epic would be introducing a new pricing structure for Unreal Engine, making it more expensive to use, but not for game developers. Uh, he also he also restated Epic's commitment to the Epic Game Store, its crusade against platform overlords like Apple, and its mission to build the metaverse thing. This wasn't the right sizing, he said, for what's captured and shared by Fortnite creator Immature, but oddly not included in Epic's best live stream recordings. I think I think we were the right size, and I liked our original plan. The survival move that was necessary, and we did accomplish the one thing that we stabilized our finances. We weren't running out of money as we build the metaverse. So this dude's thing is they want to make the metaverse whatever that is because it's never been actually clarified on what the metaverse is. I mean, face or Meta says the metaverse is one thing. It's really getting out of control. Whatever this imaginary land is, and he's saying that by laying off 800 people, it freed up money enough to do it. It's like, dude, somebody's got to call him on his BS, because when you're like the top dog, I mean, Fortnite's bringing in so much revenue. I mean, it was. I don't know where it is now. Um, it's like, how? How is it that you're letting go of 800 people, and yet this guy's still probably getting a bonus? He's probably still living in his multi-million-dollar mansion and with his multi-million-dollar mall that they have for. Um, we did hear that they did get some pretty nice severance packages. I think enough to last them 6 months was the what I heard. And then the job placement and or help with job placement. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. So yeah, um, to me, it basically sounds like Epic just didn't care about the 800 people, and they did it because yeah, they need more money in their pocket. So that's
Yeah.
unfortunate.
I agree.
Yeah, I honestly agree with that. They're really, they're really starting to fail as a gaming company. They're starting to
Be
go
right back.
really, really
Just
downhill.
keep talking.
Like, do you see them bouncing back from this at all?
Oh no, I mean it's also they're too big, they're too much in the spotlight. Be able to. It's because of Fortnite. All these kids are obsessed with it. It's such a big game, and it's not a bad. It is a game that they're rated and made really well, and that's the thing drawing most people to Epic. Whole, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I just thought about it too. What the uh game developer I couldn't think of that was pulling the same trick that uh you know Unreal that they're gonna do with Unreal Engine. They're trying to pull the same trick that Unity did, that got them backlash, that got them under flack. And you know, I'm surprised Epic didn't take a lesson from what's going on with Unity. Uh, and is it gonna apply to themselves?
Well, they said
Not
that
make the same mistakes.
the price increase doesn't include or doesn't go against or isn't for game developers. But then, what does that mean? Is that content
Yeah, like
creators? Is that regular people that just like to mess around with Unreal Engine? Because you got the guy who created the entire HD version of Ocarina of Time that looks freaking amazing. So are they going to charge that guy more now to play with their stuff? And at that point, why between Unity and Unreal, like, is it even worth it anymore?
yeah, that's what I'm getting at too. Because you know, Unity's trying. They're fixing their issues, but it's like Unreal Engine. If they're not charging the developers, like who are they charging? Like who is going to be the one getting charged to use their engine?
Mhm.
And it's just mind boggling.
Yeah, it's I don't know. That's yeah. So yeah. Sorry guys, I got a massive headache right now. So
It's all good.
um, trying to see if never mind. I had a story that I wanted to. That one's done. Yeah. So I mean, the whole epic shit show continues on. So that's our take on that. So again, you know, we hope that the 800 people that lost their job uh, land somewhere good, and then hopefully they can continue on making a good living for themselves, and hopefully the storm ends for them, because yeah, we wish them all the luck and wish them well in their future endeavors. Moving on, for those that care, primarily me, RoboCop Rogue City is officially up for pre-order. There's an official trailer online now on YouTube. The game looks gorgeous. I watched enough, but I don't want to see any more. Watching gameplay. The game just looks dumb fun. This is from the developer that made Terminator Resistance. Terminator Resistance was a PS4, PS5, on Xbox 2. I'm not sure. It was really fun. And Yeah, so RoboCop Rogue City is up for pre-order. So those of you who are interested in RoboCop franchise like I am, go on there and pre-order it. Let's make this game fly high, because then maybe we'll get even more RoboCop games in the future, and maybe we can finally get a proper sequel to the original series. You got are either one of you guys interested in RoboCop Rogue City? Look like something for you, or are you guys not even seen anything?
We haven't even seen. I didn't even know there was a RoboCop game in the works.
Yeah,
Did you?
I didn't know, but I've always thought RoboCop, like the series and the movies, were freaking awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me see. We're gonna do something for the first time here, guys. Let's see if we can. Um, Mess it up, guys. Let's see. Is the here we go. Let's see if we can bring up the Rogue City trailer real quick, and then we'll all watch it together. All right, here we go.
The attacks were aimed at catching the attention of a man whose identity remains. Detroit has a cancer, and that cancer is crime. A crime wave sweeping Detroit has already claimed the lives of 21 police officers.
Provokes a question. Can we put our safety into the hands of a machine?
An OCP holds the scalpel.
My name is Dr. Olivia Blanche. I'm a police psychologist. I specialize in dealing with police officers suffering from emotional trauma.
What's hiding in that metal head of yours?
I think we can both agree that you are no ordinary police officer.
Sorry for the silence, guys. I'm sure you can really feel it.
Happy maniacs have a ton of hostages. Anyone expecting a silver freak?
Lois, you're here.
We need to get these elevators back online. It's that service box, isn't it?
I am detecting a short circuit.
Wakey!
Looking at the map of this place, it is huge.
OCP tracking device torn out. I am going to follow the blood trail.
However, one aspect of your composition that has been severely neglected is your human side, your brain.
We must smash that thing.
I've heard people refer to you by different names.
Okay there, Murphy?
Fire at will.
I'm curious to hear which one you prefer.
My name is...
That was pretty intense. That was awesome.
Yeah, so that trailer right there that's the official trailer. I don't know.
For me, the gameplay had like a Crisis 3 vibe. You know what I mean? I don't know how to
It
explain it.
actually, for me, it actually gave me more of a cyberpunkish feel.
I haven't played Cyber. You're probably right.
Yeah, with my little ADHD head, I just thought of a theory. What if, because like I know like the little RoboCop little drone things, like those big suckers with the big guns. You know, I've noticed that they've used them in the DLC that came out for Cyberpunk. They actually have a few of those. So I wonder if they take place in the same universe, like
What was it?
RoboCop. You know those like big drones that RoboCop has, like the
Uh-huh.
big police drones. They're in the Cyberpunk DLC. With the gameplay I've seen so far, I've seen those exact drones, and I'm thinking, what if they take place in the same universe?
No. Two different developers. Trying to get this window to close. Forgot how. Oh shoot, what happened? Oops, my bad. Anyways, I guess we're just gonna look at that from now on. So, uh, But yeah,
Exit out of you.
Oh yeah.
oh, there we go. Yeah, so that's what got me excited. So I was definitely definitely gonna pre-order that. I wanted to go today and do it, but I didn't have the time. So, but yeah, I wanted to see if they also had any pre-order specials because like I can get like a statue or something. That'd be cool. Um, but yeah, so I mean, RoboCop Rogue City looks awesome. That trailer was freaking cool. So, um, now does it interest you guys at all?
Yeah, it definitely give. It's definitely interesting to me.
It's interesting to me too. I mean, I would play it. I did they have any previous game series for it or no? It's just
No, so this is a whole brand new RoboCop game. So the original games were RoboCop started on in the arcade. They had the RoboCop arcade machine, which I have all these games on my Steam Deck. Then it was the NES Ocean games. They had RoboCop 1, 2, and 3. Uh, 3 made it to the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis. Um, and then there was like an Amiga version, and then there's just so RoboCop the game has a history from back in the day, and then there was actually you're right, there was an OG Xbox game too. Nobody remembers that game because I remember it being really bad, but me being a RoboCop fan, I liked it. So there's the OG Xbox version, but then this is the first game in a long, long time, and it's made by the people who made Terminator Resistance, and that game was really good. I have that right here, and this game looks really good too. It just looks like dumb fun. Like if you can imagine being like this 6 foot silver machine with like a gun that seems like it has endless ammo, and you're basically invincible, for the most part. So to me, it just looks like a real fun time. Um, so yeah, RoboCop Rogue City people, go and pre-order, get this game, make it good. Um, so that way we can hopefully get more games later on from the RoboCop series. Um, and then yeah. So do you guys got anything you want to talk about specifically? I gotta do one thing real quick. So see if you can or both fill up some time until I get back.
You want to talk about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game?
oh yeah. So I know spooky season arrived. So
As I call as me with ADHD and a child at heart calls it, Spoopy Month.
spooky season.
Spooky.
Oh wait,
season.
did it like catch us both going like that? But not. We're right next to each other. But there's a TCM game for Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think they have a few maps, and it's really cool because they actually have all the characters. You have to go through, open the gates, turn the generator, and escape. And then they'll have Leatherface, uh, Cook.
They pretty much
The
got
characters,
all the main characters from Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies, as well as a few random survivors.
It's like DBZ, but there's 3 enemies, and you can hide.
You just
Not DBZ.
That
DBD.
Dragon Ball Z. No,
DBZ.
it's Dead by Daylight.
Dead
that
by
it's
Daylight,
like
my bad.
it also kind of gave me really it seems to me like it's more of a mix of Dead by Daylight and Friday the 13th.
Oh, you're right. Yes.
Oh, what are
Because
are you guys
in
talking
the
about?
game,
Texas Chainsaw.
TCM.
Oh, nice.
yeah, because to me, like it does give me the Friday the 13th vibes with with the grandpa character being like a supernatural entity, kind of like Jason,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
you have to give him blood in order to make him more powerful and in order to widen the search range of the survivors so you can locate them.
Oh yeah, he like
And then-
screams, and then he listens.
Yeah,
right?
and then you got the Dead by Daylight portion where you have multiple survivors and multiple killers.
Yeah. So it's all that merged together.
Yeah,
Which-
so it's like any of those games that are out right now, like Dead by Daylight. There was Friday the 13th. Then there was Evil Dead, which Evil Dead I really liked. I thought that was pretty cool. And then now you got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and then You got Killer Clowns from Outer Space, the game coming out really soon,
What-
and
a
that's the
game?
one I cannot wait for to get into that one. Yeah, there's a
I
game
wanna-
coming out.
That
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
Yeah,
It's based on
so
the movie.
yeah, it's based on the movie. So it's basically like Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So you got, I think it's 5 survivors, 5 clowns. The clowns are hunting the survivors, and then the survivors are trying to get the clowns. And then yeah, so it's like a multiplayer little battle royal thing, but it looks really good. I thought that was pretty cool too. So yeah, and then I did try out on Blue's recommendation the Texas Chainsaw Massacre that they're talking about. I downloaded it on Xbox PC, played it for a minute. I really I didn't like it at first, but then it started to click, and I'm like, okay, I think I want to play more of this. My final match, I was able to be, I think, well, because I was one of the good survivors. Because really, it comes down to like how I don't know how to explain these games, but it was really cool, and it's like I kept wanting to. I'm not even sure if you can. Are you even able to be Leatherface?
In the game, yeah.
Yeah, so you can.
But you have to
Okay,
be
I
like a
never,
killer. Yeah.
I never got the chance to be him because I wanted to, but yeah, it kept making me. But yeah, so far I'm liking it. It's something I might be able to get into. So, but yeah,
It'd definitely be fun for anyone who is watching. It's free on Game Pass right now, I think so.
yeah, yeah. That's the cool thing too. Like Blue said, it is in Game Pass right now. So yeah, it's definitely worth the play. I mean, you're playing if you got Game Pass Ultimate or Game Pass PC, you're paying that sub. You get the games to download. I mean, technically, you guys know what I mean. Yeah, that it's definitely worth a grab. Liza P is also on Game Pass. If you guys want to try that, try it and get your butt kicked. Um, but yeah, do you guys got anything else you want to say about the Chainsaw Massacre more, or you guys
No,
want
I
to move
think
on?
we're good.
I think we covered like mostly everything.
Okay, cool. Moving on. So before we get into this one, do you guys know anything about Silent Hill?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
do know some.
Okay. So Silent Hill is a beloved franchise by primarily PlayStation fans. Started out on PS1 with Silent Hill and Silent Hill 2, and then it kind of gradually made its way to other platforms. OG Xbox getting The Room, and I think there was another one. And then I want to say I don't remember what the last Silent Hill was. Yeah, but they were all great games. Now these games they're really freaky. Um, and Konami's the developer behind that one, right? Right? Yeah. Konami, if you're listening or you ever see this, make Silent Hill VR, because oh man, that would be awesome. But getting into the topic, so what is your guys' so Z, what's your experience with Silent Hill? What do you know?
Uh, the most I know is that it is a very, very uh creepy horror game.
Mhm.
It kind of plays on the I know it was pretty much the horror games that came out before the Flash games of the creepy pasta franchise, and before they took over, Silent Hill's creep factor. They kind of mainly drew inspiration from stuff that came from Silent Hill. And I know the big pyramid head guy. I know he's from Silent Hill.
Yeah, so he's like the most famous monster besides the nurses.
Yeah. And I don't really know the plot of it. I just know that you're playing as a guy that wanders into the town,
Well, that's
and the goal
that's
is
Silent
just
Hill 2, yeah. He's looking for his
okay.
wife. Yeah. The first one
Yeah, so
is you
then I
playing
know
his
that
wife.
one.
So Blue, what is your Silent Hill?
Um, didn't they have 2 games and a movie?
Yeah, so they have 2 movies and then they have a handful of games.
Alright, because I think growing up I played like a few of the games, maybe like 2 of them or one. I don't remember how many, but then I remember there was a movie I watched and it was pretty
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, the movies they weren't half bad. I would say that they were better than the Resident Evil movies.
Agreed. Yeah.
The Resident Evil 1 and 2, the movie, the Mila Jovovich movies, those are the only two that I could stomach. Everything after that was just Um, but yeah, so my history with Silent Hill is I've played pretty much all of them, even the PS. There was PSP and games. I played them all. I loved them all. They truly terrified me, especially when you're getting stuck in a room with the Pyramid Head. Um, Silent 2 is still the best one. A lot of people hate the room, but I did like the room. That's my second one that I liked. But anyways, why we're talking about Silent Hill is because Silent Hill Ascension has gone pre-register on Android. And it's weird because it's like it's a new Silent Hill game, but it's mobile. It almost feels wrong. But then again, Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis launched, and I've been enjoying the heck out of that game. So I guess it'll work. It's just amazing, like how far mobile gaming has come from the days of Snake and all those little stupid black and white games, where we're at now with the iPhone 15 can literally play Resident Evil 4 remake and Assassin's Creed Mirage. So it's like, man, how far we've come.
I mean, you can play Doom. You can play Doom on a pregnancy test.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That is very true. Uh, so we got the summary from the article. It's from Android Police by Matthew Zuka. The summary is Silent Hill, a beloved horror franchise, is making its anticipated arrival on Android with a new immersive twist reflecting the trend of rager. Can't read, guys. My glasses are broken. Reflecting a trend of major console publishers embracing mobile-first strategies. Silent Hill Ascension offers players an interactive narrative experience, allowing them to shape the story based on their choices, which sounds interesting because I don't know if this means a bunch of people at the same time are going to be playing, and then all of you together make a choice, or if it's just your choice because it's just on your game or whatever. I kind of wish it was like that, like, oh hey, tonight's episode 2, come join in at this time, and we'll have um, says whether Silent Hill can maintain its essence on mobile remains to be seen, but the fans can pre-register for the streaming series now and soon explore the iconic world on their Android devices. So yeah, guys, a basically, now this is gonna really date me. A basically Goosebumps give your own scare version of uh, Silent Hill on Android. I don't know. It doesn't say anything about iOS yet, but you almost can imagine it'll be there eventually. So yeah, Silent Hill Ascension. It's gonna be free on Android. You guys in, or maybe we can all play together and see what story we come up
I'd be down, yeah.
That'd be
with. So I have an Android. I have a Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4. Z, what do you got?
Uh, Two phones I could play on. One is a Google 7 Pro.
Okay.
And
so yeah,
another one is a OnePlus N3.
So both Android phones then. So you're good to go. Blue, what about you? Got an Android?
I got OnePlus N300 and then a Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus.
Okay, so we're good. We can all group up and play this Silent Hill game together. Actually, guys, I would recommend going on there and pre-registering. I just did it. So yeah, as soon as it launches, you guys, we'll have a review of that going up. So
Definitely gonna pre-register on my Google phone because it'd be the better one to play games on.
and then moving on to some bad news, guys. Not bad news for us yet, PlayStation fans. Not yet, I say, because we don't officially know yet. Um, the PlayStation confirms data breach: 6,800 employee personal infos exposed. So that sucks. 6,800 employees of Sony had their information exposed. And this comes from The Gamer by Joshua Robertson. The article reads PlayStation has confirmed claims of a data breach revealing the personal info around 6,800 employees has been exposed. Last month, uh, a ransomware group called Ransom.vc claimed that it had managed to hack to breach all Sony systems and was threatening to sell stolen data through it. It was never actually confirmed whether the breach happened or what kind of data had been stolen after the incident. Sony said it began investigating, but it was not ready to provide any comments regarding the potential breach at the time. First reported by Bleeping Computer, Sony has now confirmed in a statement that has unauthorized actor managed to gain access to the movie It file, a transfer platform that's used by Sony employees. It was via a vulnerability in platform that has these errors all over this article. Individual behind the breach was able to download a bunch of Sony files, allowing them to access the personal information of 6,791 current former Sony employees based in the United States. For those of you who don't know, Sony's main building is in California. Uh, Sony operates out of California. I think it's in LA. I think it is in your old territory, Blue. Um, so yeah, so that was the article. So yeah, 6,800 employees' personal data breached. That's just the tip of the iceberg. We don't know if they have our personal information now. So far the claim has been no, but I mean, there's more and more keeps unfolding about this whole situation. So we'll start off with you, Blue. What do you think about the Sony hack, and are you worried about your personal data being out there?
Through the whole hacking situation, I'm just like, I also haven't been on PlayStation for a while, so I guess I kind of got lucky.
Yeah,
I haven't really been on PlayStation. I signed in at my friend's house on the PS5. I haven't like played or added my card or anything since like 2015. So it's
right.
like I should be safe, but I do feel bad for the people who could be affected
Yeah, me
because
too.
having that information in the wrong hands could go so south.
Yeah, and unfortunately, for those of you that don't know, I believe it was 2011. In 2011, there was the major Sony hack that happened that shut down the PSN for, I want to say, the better half of a month, maybe longer. I don't quite remember. It was the whole thing that resulted in the Sony higher ups actually doing a bow and apologizing to people around the world for it. Um, and unfortunately, I was affected by that thing. I had my card data was taken and charged thousands of dollars at the time, and yeah, it was bad, bad, bad. So I learned my lesson from that, and I do not like Blue. I don't put my card on there. I usually use a prepaid card that I load, or I just buy the PSN money and just load it up that way. But yeah, so those of you listening, do check. Make sure you guys don't got any funny business on your statements, and make sure you're using the step authentication on your PSN accounts. And then yeah, moving on to Z. Z, what do you think about the PlayStation hack? And are you afraid for your personal data?
Not really, seeing as how I haven't had my PlayStation in a long time, and before I sold it to my friend, I did erase everything of mine. Like I erased all the data on there, pretty much wiping the cards off of my account. So I know, and even if they were still there, uh, since then my parents have had new cards because it was mainly their cards, and I've gotten some new cards after losing some of mine as well, and having to replace them. So the cards would all be old and not working anyway, so those are fine. My email that's on there, while it is the main one I mainly use for everyday use, it has two-factor set up, and even my account, PlayStation account, when I had it, it's still set up for two-factor. So I'm not that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not really worried either at this point, but I know our hearts go out to the 6,800 employees from Sony that are affected by this. Hopefully, you guys can get the situation fixed. Hopefully, nothing bad happens to your data. And we wish you guys all the luck on getting that situation figured out. Um, so yeah, that's pretty much all the news that I wanted to cover um, this week. We talked about some stuff, the epic situation, um, all that. So moving on now, we're basically just gonna free ball this one, guys, because we really didn't have a topic set up. So let's just go. Since Blue's the new guy here, why don't we just go over our history as gamers? We might have covered it before, but it's always good to refresh. We'll start off with Blue since he's the new third chair. Blue, what is your history with gaming? When did you start? Uh, where are you at now? And
So
what are you looking for?
so when I started, I don't know whether my first game was Yoshi's Island on the Game Boy Advance or if my first game was Sonic on my mom's BlackBerry. Could have been either of those.
Wow.
And
Hold on,
then
guys. Hold on, real quick, guys. He just mentioned a BlackBerry, the ancient of phones. I real quick, I thought I was the shit when I had my BlackBerry Storm. And for those of you that
Oh
are in
my
my
god.
my age group, will know that the BlackBerry Storm was all the rage back then. So yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Blue. Go ahead.
it's all
Shout out
good.
to the BlackBerry. Nice.
It was fun because playing Sonic, but with the trackball, that was a trip. It was a weird controller, but and now I'm playing skipping through. I've played everything from Borderlands to VR chat to the Forest to Roblox, Fall Guys, Fortnite to all the CODs. Specifically zombies. I like the zombies.
Yeah, the
Um,
zombie game, the zombie Call of Duty Zombies is always top tier. It's um always a game to get. And it's weird because now Modern Warfare 3 coming out November, it's got a zombies now, so it's like, oh man, okay, cool. So, but yeah, awesome. Um, so then Z, I know that they've heard mine and yours before, but let's just get my first course. So, where did you start? Where are you at? And where you want to go from here?
All right, so where I started was with the Nintendo GameCube. That was the very first console I remember owning. Uh, Started playing games off of that, off of mainly Super Mario Strikers, uh, a bunch of other games. So we also before the main console of the GameCube, we had those old TV AV hookup games that you just go to Walmart and buy. The
Oh, the plug and
all-in-one
plays.
consoles. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So we would play those as well. Uh, then it moved on to the next console we had gotten was a 360 Elite and started playing other games on there, but this was still before us knew anything about Wi-Fi existing and what Wi-Fi was. So we didn't play online. It was all local games for us. That's where I got into Call of Duty through Modern Warfare 2.
Nice.
Through the campaign, which is why I prefer the Call of Duties that have a campaign. It's just nostalgia for me to have for a Call of Duty to have a campaign. I like the stories. Uh, Afterwards, I got a DS, DSi, no DS Lite. Yeah, it's a DS Lite.
Yeah.
I started playing New Super Mario Brothers for the DS on there. There's a bunch of other DS games. I think I had like 2 different SpongeBob games on there. Uh, yeah, and then afterwards, we get back to the major consoles of a Nintendo Wii and a PS3. Uh, so we got a PS3 one year for Christmas, me and my brother. Um, and that's where we got into online gameplay through the Black Ops 2 years. That's where online COD gameplay came to light for me, as well as the zombies experience.
Right.
After the PS3 days, we move on to me and my brother finally splitting consoles, and me getting a PS4, and him getting the Xbox One.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he had that. I had the PlayStation 4, so that's where I remained a Sony fan. Uh, Held on to a bunch of PS4s throughout the years. because some of them broke, some of them by sheer luck they broke, and others by sheer stupidity.
Yeah, been there. Um, yeah, so everybody pretty much knows me by now. Well, actually, no, I never really. So my journey into the world of gaming starts off with, and again, I'm dating myself. Um, my mother and my dad had a ColecoVision. Uh, that was my first foray into the gaming world, and it was the original Pong. And we had the little controller that had the little dial on it. You turn it left to go one way, you turn it right to go another way. And we had yeah, you fly. We had Pong, Space Invaders, and then we had a couple of other games. But that was my first role into the gaming world. Um, After that, didn't really get a new console until 1992. I was born in '86, so yeah, so I think it was 80. No, it was 89. My first, uh, very young. Then we got the Super Nintendo. We got the Super Nintendo for Christmas one year. Opened it up, brand new out of the box, and had Super Mario World in it. And that was it. Started out with Super Mario World, and then for as long as I can remember, my parents were always able to get us the new console. Out of primarily my mom being hardworking and sacrificing everything she had to get us these with Super Nintendo. Then we got a Sega Genesis. My parents got me a Sega Genesis because I got into I had an eye surgery and I was pretty banged up after the surgery. And for being brave, they said they got me the Sega Genesis. I had Sonic 2, Vector Man, and then got my N64. And we got an Xbox and a GameCube, and we pretty much you name it, we had it. And I still have most of those consoles sitting right here in my game case. They're all my original ones. Um, they're sitting here, pristine, looking absolutely fabulous. I even have my Sega Game Gear back in the day I bought from my uncle. Uh, those of you that don't know, I am a very, very, very uh, high gaming collector. I collect it all. You guys see my it's I've showed my collection several times in here on YouTube, and it just continues to grow. Um, so yeah, that was my break into the game and all that. And now I have fun money, I call it, from all the work that I do, and I'm able to buy the current consoles. I got a PS5, I got a PC, I got a Switch laying around somewhere, Steam Deck. Again, you name it, I got it. But my most prized piece to my collection is there's a couple. My two graded F Zeros, one a display collector's case, and then one is the actual sealed F Zero for Super Nintendo. But the main piece to my collection is my complete in-box Little Samson for the NES. Very rare, very hard to get. The story behind it, I found it in a thrift store. They thought it was a movie. I bought it for $5. Game's worth over 5 grand. So, and continues to go up. So I mean, yeah, that's my run into the gaming world. So moving on, we have breaking news, guys. Zia, I know you're a big DBZ fan. Blue, are you a Dragon Ball fan at all?
I am a fan. I just haven't really watched as much as the other fans, but I've always thought it was cool.
Okay. So we got breaking news, guys. Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi leaks gives fans update on new game. This is an article from comicbook.com from Tanner Gedman. The article reads, at long last, Dragon Ball Z fans may have finally learned a bit more about the new Budokai Z Tenkaichi, the game that Bandai Namco announced back in March, unofficially dubbed Dragon Ball Z Tenkaichi 4, since the last mainline 1 Budokai named left off with Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, which came out way back in 2007, guys. I pre-ordered that. I pre-ordered that game. I remember picking it up with the holofoil case. Um, let's see. It looks like the latest may have officially been given the return of the fighting game series the actual name. Budokai, or name. Bandai Namco trademarked something called Sparking Zero. And if the discovery of the new trademark is any indication of what's to come, hopefully we'll be hearing more about this game very soon. So yeah, guys, potential name change for Budokai Tenkaichi, and then with the trademark, the article goes on to say in the past, after they've done these trademarks, there's been an announcement shortly after. I know that there's a big Dragon Ball thing coming up over in Japan. Or no, it already happened. They talked about a new series, Dragon Ball Magic. They talked about the continuing of the anime and Super, moving forward with the new arcs. No mention of Tenkaichi 4 yet, but it looks like there's been a name change and it's Budokai Tenkaichi Sparking Zero. So, are you guys excited or interested in this game? Because I'll tell you what, I am right now. I've got the Dragon Ball games here. Um, I'll show you guys just a couple. So, are you right here, the two OGs right here, guys? Let's see if my camera will autofocus. Well, this is Budokai 1. This is Budokai 2. So,
Hey, yo.
definitely excited for Dragon Ball. So, what about you guys? You guys into it? You guys ready?
Oh yeah, more than likely I will be buying that.
I'll play it with you.
Yeah,
you would release.
yeah, I would love to sit down with you guys and have a just battle royale thing going because for those who know me personally, Budokai was my jam, and no one could ever beat me at it. I was the best. We literally would get into fist fights at my house with my friends and family because I was just unstoppable. And
Well,
then
that's about to change.
and Vegeta will always be the goat. So yeah, that's pretty interesting or exciting. I can't wait to see when they announce that. So yeah, so then we're running just under an hour at 52:10. So before we wrap up, do you guys wanna you guys got anything that you want to talk about or
Well, I don't think I got anything else to talk about. You got anything else to talk about, Blue?
I currently do not.
I-
Sleep well.
anybody got anything they want to talk about?
No, I think I'm all good.
Oh, okay. All right, so I know this one was a little unorthodox, guys. It was kind of just a mishmash of everything, and we got those news reports in there. We got some stuff. Next week we will have a topic. We're gonna brainstorm together as a trio. We'll have a topic. I know it's been crazy here because we've been putting so much effort into the Fat Man and Chill. I thought personally, guys, I think that the Killer Clown episode freaking nailed it. We are at 82 subs now, guys. Last I checked, the sub count is climbing. I remember people who watch all the way through right now. At 100, we're doing the entertainment package giveaway. Still kind of trying to decide what's gonna be in that package, but everyone, current sub, new sub, you're all entered. I unimaginable, and I've written down all your names that I can, and we'll be doing. Oh, I think I'm gonna get one of those little bingo things and put your names in there and kind of roll around and pull a name out, and thus will be the winner. Um, so yeah, so be on the lookout, guys. Get us to 100 subs, like, share, subscribe. Give us your guys' things so that we can grow this channel. So yeah, that'd be awesome. Uh, but but yeah, the Killer Clowns episode for the Chillcast guys is killing it. I couldn't be more excited. Um, I thought all three of us did a phenomenal job. The review went perfect. Um, so while we're on the subject of the Chillcast, I know it's a whole different thing, but we decided, guys, that we're going to do for Halloween, since Halloween falls on a Tuesday and Tuesday is record day for Chillcast. We are going to be doing the Halloween franchise on Halloween, reviewing it, but there's a catch. We are not doing the extended universe, we're calling it. We are doing the mainline series. So we're doing Halloween, 1980, I forget, or was it?
No, I believe it came out in 1978.
I can
Really?
look it up
Was it
if you
that?
want.
Okay, while they're checking that out, we will do that. So we're gonna do the original Halloween. We're gonna do the remake of Halloween, Halloween Kills, and then Halloween Ends. These movies are all available on Max. So Z Blue, if you guys have the Max app over there.
Oh, it's 1978.
Yep, the
78, yeah.
original. Yep, 78.
All right, 1978 for the original. But yeah, we will be watching those and reviewing it all as a whole. So be on the lookout for that for Halloween. C got to pick the next topic for the Chillcast, which was we're going to be reviewing This Is the End. It's available on Netflix right now. It is a comedy horror. Uh, really freaking good movie. I watched it last night. I'll probably watch it again because it is in my top 10. And then we're going to give Blue the honor of doing the movie after that for the next cast. And then the following one will be the Halloween breakdown. And then just for future reference, we will be doing the extended universe of the Halloween franchise, but that's at a to be determined date. It will happen. So because those movies deserve respect, even though they're no longer canon.
Right.
All except for Halloween Resurrection, that movie can bite my shiny metal ass. um, so yeah, that's it. We're gonna wrap it up here, guys. Thanks for listening. Do the likes, do the subscribes. I am the Fat Man at the Fat Man Gaming. You guys know where to find me at. I'm right here on YouTube. Um, Z, that's Z. Zio Phillip. You guys, his little things are right down there. You guys can see his little monikers down there. You know where to find him if you need to. And then over here to the side of me this time, we have Blue. So Blue, you want to shout out your socials one more time if you want, or
I could probably do it in the future. I don't remember them off the top of my head. My
Okay.
bad.
So you guys will be able to get a hold of us right here on the channel. So this is it. So thank you guys for listening, watching. Guys, give a big shout out to Blue. He's actually killing it right now. Got a couple of fans that straight up love him. One of our female fans has even said that he is cute. So we're doing really well, I think. I'm enjoying the cast. I love the group we got going here. And be ready for big things in the future because big things are happening for us.
Yes, and before we close this off, I just want to say one thing. Those of you who know Dragon Ball Z Abridged on YouTube by Team 4 Star, there was a running gag between Gohan, Krillin, and Vegeta. I'm sure those of you who have watched it know what I'm about to say, but I think it's best if we call ourselves Team 3 Star.
Yeah, we'll definitely get us a cool name. Actually, that's not bad. So, until next time, guys, I'm the Fat Man. That's Z. That's Blue. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. And you stay classy, San Diego.